Okay, so we're live from Ayers Greenhouses in Bad Axe, and we thought we'd give you a vegetable tip today. Just kind of some tips on some tomato plants, and here's Penny, she's going to explain it.
So this time of year, the tomatoes start to get a little bit tall in the greenhouse, and so some people are concerned about them snapping off if they try to plant a tall one or it falling over. And actually the tall ones are great ones to actually plant because tomatoes are kind of unique in that they root from the side of the plant. So you can see there's also little tiny hairs you can see that are all along the side of the plant. So there's a couple different ways that you can plant tomato plants when they're a little bit taller. You can pull them out and you can lay them on their side and you can fill them with dirt partway up and they will come up and root from the sides of the plant. The other way also is to dig a really deep hole. You can take these bottom leaves off and you can plant like a tomato plant like this. You can actually plant it all the way up to here, and then all the other plant is down underneath and it'll root from the sides, and it's going to draw moisture from farther underground throughout the season. It's also less likely to break off because there's so much of it that's underneath. And so it actually makes for a much stronger plant and usually have bigger plants and bigger tomatoes on it as well if you plant them really, really deep. So there actually are advantages to having a really big tomato plant when you start out with, as long as you bury it deeper in the ground. And I had actually a great uncle that had prize-winning tomatoes where he had to climb on a step ladder with a tape measure as far up as he could go to measure how tall his tomato plant was. And he used to do that every year. He would dig a 2-foot hole, he would take a tomato that was that tall, and he would bury it with just the top part of it out, and it would grow that big, and it would just produce an insane amount of tomatoes. So yeah, so don't be afraid of the tall tomato plants. Embrace it and plant them deep or plant them on their side, and you'll have excellent tomatoes. Thanks for listening.